So I am at the center of the world in the Pichincha province of Ecuador. Actually, we're still in the capital city of Ecuador. Capital city of Quito, which is just 25 kilometers away from here. But what makes this place special is that this monument marks the center of the world. So we're going to take a walk closer and see exactly what information we could find about it and continue along. What I was told is that inside the monument itself, here's a museum, so we're going to go inside and look and probably find out about the culture, find out about the history of the monument itself, or even find out about the history of Ecuador. But so far, we can see the beautiful landscape all around. There are mountain peaks that surround the entire vicinity, and well, to be quite fair, Ecuador, Quito itself is surrounded by a lot of mountainous peaks and volcanoes. So join me, let's continue. So what I was told is that this monument was erected to establish the center of the world, and that would be where the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere meet. So along the pathway there's a line to indicate such. Is that in 1736 a group of French scientists came to Ecuador, and during that time the Spanish was still in charge of Ecuador, and it was a French-led expedition, and using the tools that they had back in the day, they established that this was the center of the world. So you have tourists taking photos to remember their visit here. I'm gonna have to take a few photos myself. So this is where it begins. So this is the second part of La Mitad del Mundo, and I am actually on top of the monument. The thing is, I'm winded just by walking up the stairs because the air is so thin. But I'm gonna go downstairs. I'm gonna show what the museum has. The monument itself is a museum. On each floor there are artisanal artifacts, there are paintings, there are lots of things that would reflect Ecuador's history. So we're gonna go down, we're gonna see what they have, and then we're gonna continue making our way throughout the rest of the compound. So from this point on I need to wear masks because they are very strict about the COVID guidelines. But nonetheless, we're starting from the top floor. We're gonna make our way down. So this photo here, this is Isaac Newton, and basically in a nutshell what is stating there that Isaac Newton kind of predicted that the center of the earth would have been here in Ecuador. This is what the monument would have looked like back in the day, because the current monument is actually a rebuild. So on this side, we can see what looks like the Galapagos Islands. And these are islands just off the coast of Guayaquil, just off the coast of Ecuador in the Pacific Ocean. So basically this floor is talking about the Sierra Highlands of Ecuador, and it shows how the people lived. In this case here they're showing the crops that they would have planted. On this floor we have the clothing aspect of the people. This looks like a sewing device where they would create these ponchos. So we've reached the first floor, the ground floor, and that has brought us to the end of this museum tour. The thing is, it's quite difficult to talk about every single thing that I'm seeing because it's so much information, and having to translate some of the things is just going to be so tedious. So I'm just going to walk through and show everything that I could possibly show. Buenos días.
Buenos días. Hola, bienvenido, buenos días.
So in this store you have some souvenirs, some stuffed toys that represents Ecuador. This is a llama. And they also have some t-shirts on sale. A very interesting little store. Hello my friend. The Plaza del Cacao. Cacao Square. Oh, so this is interesting. They say in old times the Aztec used the cocoa grains as a hard currency, and they would have used it like 10 grains to buy a rabbit. So this has brought me to the end of this visit at La Mitad del Mundo. And it was quite an experience. Está bien, gracias. But unfortunately, this is not the actual center of the world. In fact, in recent times, scientists would have used more modern technology to find the center of the world. And I think it's about 10 kilometers from this exact location where you would find the exact location of the world, and you would also be able to conduct experiments like balancing an egg on a nail, walking along the actual equator line where you wouldn't even have balance. Unfortunately, I don't have time to see all of that, so for now this would suffice. La mitad del mundo. So I'm going to make my way back into town, see what other fun things I could find, and explore Quito.